No,
I just don't think he's good enough. I don't think he's good enough, the manager. To be honest,
yeah, there's question marks all over Maresca, if we're being honest. But it's a man that's just come off of winning, albeit I don't rate the Club World Cup. He's won the Club World Cup. He was in the Conference League once again, another cup. He got over the line there, so he has got a little bit of credit in the bank, Maresca. If we're being honest, just a little bit. Come on, he's got a little bit of credit in the bank, Maresca.
Yeah, but is it though? Because Chelsea fans are quick to throw that in your face that they're world champions and all this. But when they actually deep it and look at it, it's two competitions. The Club World Cup is nothing, and the Conference League is nothing. It's not true. They'll only brag about it because of the first team to win everything, and that's what they'll throw at you. But when you look at it, to sit at ninth after all the money they've spent and all the players they have. They can't look at it and think the manager's done a good job because he clearly hasn't. Because I remember last season when they started to look like they were in a title race, and they were so quick to say, "No, no way, no chance." And then they go and win stuff, and again, it's like, yeah, look how good we are. You can't. I don't think you can have it both ways as a Chelsea fan. You can't spend all this money and expect to just be an also rank. It's not because United get it all the time. We spent $1 billion like since Fergie left, and look where we are. They spent that in the least amount of time. That they should, by all means, be in title races and looking for the big competitions. I'm sorry, I can't have this team that lord it over everyone about how consistent they've won things, how they've done everything, to then just start to say, oh yeah, but it's injuries and they've been mismanaged because they've still not replaced Thiago Silva for me. And like you say, you're talking about they've not gone and got a good goalkeeper. The defense is shocking. I think the manager doesn't know what he's doing most of the time. For me, I mean, I laugh at it because it helps us, but to spend 40 million on Garnacho is a joke. To be honest with you, because he's absolutely terrible, and he's just not what you need. He's not what they've needed, and I don't know why they bought him. Well, it's funny for us because I'm happy with the 40 million, but Chelsea fans really need to start to look where the real problem is, and I think the manager is a massive problem for them, and I think. If they got in someone a better coach, a better manager, because we have the same thing with Manchester United. If we brought in a better coach or a manager, would he get a lot more out of the team that we have? A lot of United fans think they would. I think the same has to be said for Chelsea. I think if they brought in someone a bit better, a bit more experienced, a bit more of a proven winner, where it matters in the big competitions, league winners, Champions League winners. I think they get a lot more out of this team that they've got there, and they should do with the money they've spent.
But this comment here, the centre backs you got fit. Levi Colwell's been injured all season. That was a bit of a shock, but apparently Achimpong's coming in. Achimpong's been very good. So yes, you could have done with buying one, but the guy who's come in and replaced him has actually been to a very high standard. So I don't think you can be angry at that. Wesley Fofana, he's always going to be injured. I can't think of the longest run of games he's given you since you signed him for 80 million. I don't know why it's a shock. Chalobah hasn't been injured this season. He's just got suspended, which is another problem that I think needs to be looked at within Chelsea, the discipline problem. It's all fun and games, laughing about we're going to break the record for how many games we can get a red card in a row.
But even with him, Tom, because they shipped him off to Palace, he wasn't good enough for him. And then, because they were struggling, they brought him back, and now he's the best centre-back they've got. They don't know what they're doing, because... He's not for me. He's not a starting centre back for a top six club.
The last game, in terms of centre backs they had available, was Achimpong, Chalobah, Tosin, and Wesley Fofana and Jarell Hato. That's 5 centre backs,
and not one of them screams out to me, "You're a top defender." Not one of them.
Not one of them does. But the comment is,
but does any of the Sunderland centre backs scream out to you, their top defender?
Once again, the Sunderland ones: Nordi Mukiele, Dan Ballard and Geertruida.
This is what I'm saying. So, listen, at the end of the day, I think Chelsea fans, they've put the rope around their own neck, because they're the ones that sit and say Cucurella is the best left back in the league. Reece James is the best right back in the league. I tried to do a debate about Reece James or Timber, and they laughed at me and said, get out of here. So, them centre backs that played against Sunderland as well were good enough to win that game and good enough to keep a clean sheet in that game, in my opinion. And with Caicedo in front of them as well, yeah, they're definitely enough.
For me, I look around the Chelsea team with the money that they spent. I look around that Chelsea thing, and I'm racking my brain right now to think, right, that's a top class player. After Caicedo and Palmer, who are we really talking about after that? That's really top draw. Yeah, the money has been spent badly, in my opinion. It's been spent badly on substandard players. And we go back to Garnacho. Yeah, what are you doing? If that's got Maresca's name on it, that's a sackable offense right there. You don't go ahead and do that. That is crazy stuff. I couldn't believe when I saw that signing. So yeah, the money has been mismanaged big time over there.
They sold back away and signed 2 worse swingers.
David's joined us.
David's making the signings there, though.
So David's joined us. David is obviously a Chelsea fan. But I didn't know you were coming on the show today, David. You all right, mate?
No. Again, I'm at work. I can't respond to messages. We're in an important time. If you know what I do, it's very crucial.
Can I tell people what you do? Because I know that you're it's not. It doesn't like being flash. David, he's been coming on our show since he was literally 17, 18-year-old. I'm not going to say which team, but he builds Formula One cars. He's an engineer and works for Formula One. He's got a very, very, very good and important job. So, yeah, that's why he asked me for a job once, and I told him no. I said, I'm not going to hold you back.
That was a mad time. Time.
Listen, trust me, you'll never earn here what you can earn in that world. I'm not holding you back, son. So spread your wings. It's the best bit of recruitment I ever did. So yeah, anyway, mate. Sorry, go on.
I'm just here to say we lose one game and suddenly it's the end of the world. Every signing is terrible. The manager's a problem. Centre this, goalkeeper that, left wing this, and I hear it every time we lose a game. People just want to pile onto us as much as they can.
Are they not issues, though, David? Are they not issues?
No. They are issues, and we all know they're issues. Okay. But again, we're sat here saying that we need to get rid of the manager because goalkeeper, centre back, left wing, like. I'm confused as to why it's always Chelsea lose a game and suddenly they have to completely rejig everything they've been doing. I'm baffled because to me, Chelsea can lose a game, and I know we lost a game, and I said it on the stream when we lost. I said it's a bad loss. It shouldn't happen, but in football these things do happen. We have to keep a level of perspective. If we're 19 games in and I'm sat in 8th, I'm more willing to hear this conversation. But we are 3 points away from being in the top 4. That's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world.
I think that's surface level, though, because we're looking at the problems.
We're 1 point behind Liverpool. And yeah, okay, fine, Liverpool are bad, but they're still a good team. It's the end of the world.
We're no benchmark this season, mate.
Yeah.
We're no benchmark. We're not going to be us.
We're the worst team to compare yourself to. Then.
But Tom, are you sat here saying, "Oh, we've lost 5 games in a row. Our season's over. We need to sack Slot. We need to get rid of all these players that are massive issues"?
I'm not saying that, but people are.
Yeah, some fans are.
Yeah, and would you call those people stupid?
Some to the face, some not so. Yeah.
Not the bigger boys. Not the bigger boys.
Yeah, not the big lads.
And this is my point. A couple games ago, City were like in 10th position, but it wasn't all. City are finished. They need to. This is my point. I think there just needs to be a level perspective. I do agree. The centre backs are a massive issue. The goalkeeper, if I speak about the goal, the only reason I believe we've not signed a goalkeeper is because we believe we've got a world-class goalkeeper playing at Strasbourg. That is the only reason. If Mike Penders is not our goalkeeper next season, there is mad smoke. We have our main striker who we brought in to play for us has been injured for most of the season, and we're rocking Mark Guillou up front, who was at Sunderland. And ironically, if we had just left him at Sunderland, we probably would have at least got a point out of the game yesterday. I mean, on Saturday.
That looks like a bit of a mark.
You know what I mean?
It's really
David, do you think it's also like you look at the games you've won this season and you haven't really beaten anyone good? Like you beat Liverpool, but they've been trash in that time. You beat them,
not an achievement. Not an achievement this season.
You beat Nottingham Forest, who have been absolutely abysmal. You beat West Ham, who've been absolutely abysmal, and you beat Fulham, that haven't been that great at home. So the games you have won, are pretty like you must win them games, otherwise you're in relegation. Like you're in the relegation zone. Every time you've come up against a half decent team, you've not got the 3 points, and I think that's maybe why.
Liverpool are not a half decent team.
Right, cool. Liverpool are, but you did get them. I will say you got them at a really good time to get them. Right.
And so again, like what are we doing here? Are they a good team or are they not a good team? I don't think they're a good team. I don't think currently
they're a good team in they're a good team in terrible form. I mean, United went to Anfield and won when no one expected us to. So they are beatable this season, Liverpool, and you did your job against them. But he's right what he's saying. You're not look convincing this season.
I'm not taking no credit away for Chelsea beating Liverpool that day, in form or not. That was a massive win. We wasn't speaking like this about Chelsea then. I tell you that much. No one was saying nothing.
Oh, the Arsenal fan buzzing at Liverpool are losing. What a surprise!
Yeah, because and it was a last minute. Yeah, fair enough. Like the game was good, last minute winner and that. But this once again, it weren't. Even Man United were more convincing against beating Liverpool than you guys were. This is why I think people are more like maybe getting onto Chelsea because you're 4 years into your project, mate.
No, we're not.
This super chat here says Maresca cost us at least 6 points with substitutions. Look, I know the red cards. The one thing I will like the sort of, but we only lost 2 of our games. We lost. We went down to 10 men. Yeah, because you got opened up. I don't think that's a defense for Chelsea. If that makes the only reason I lost that fight at the weekend is because I got knocked out. I mean, it's what happens. It's what happens when you're not defending yourself very well. We come here for you. We come here for you because you keep reminding us you're champions of the world.
Also, right. I do need this addressing. We are champions of the world, and we will be for the next 4 years. Unfortunately, you guys are gonna have to deal with that. Hold it. The reason why I think it's funny that people bring up the World Championship and the Conference League is, again, the Conference League, I will agree, is nothing. I fully agree. Shouldn't be even in that competition, whatever. The Club World Cup, to me, is different because when everyone was talking about, oh, my God, look at the Brazilian teams, they're balling, and, oh, you're playing PSG in the final, there's no way, and we beat them, you kind of have to give us some credit. And they are cup competitions. This is not a league format. League formats, I've always, I think most honest Chelsea fans who aren't, doing it for clicks or using their brain will sit there and tell you we have, because of the makeup of our squad, we are way too up and down to be competing consistently at leagues. That's why I never put us in title races, personally. But cup competition, I think we can beat anyone. I genuinely believe that. I think we can beat anyone. And Maresca has shown that he is good in those one-off games. So I'm just saying. If we win an FA Cup,
I hear that.
If we win a Carabao, don't be shocked.
I think just a mixture of. I just think the whole thing's a bit of a mixture. I think Maresca has made
2 billion quid spent to be a cup team.
I just feel my honest opinion. I know sometimes I've got to be a host and ask questions. My honest view when it comes to Chelsea is that depending on, if I'm talking about Chelsea fans' opinions for a moment, depending on their starting position at the beginning of the campaign, I think that impacts their reactions and their analysis. For instance, anyone that went down the road of this squad's better than Arsenal, this is one of the best squads in Europe, everything seems to be the manager they're having a go at. People that were more like yourself, David, and more like Quest, where it was a case of we kind of are where we're meant to be at this stage with the age, you're a little bit more balanced where, game by game, it'll be the manager made bad subs here, that really hurt us, or that player stupidly got sent off, that hurt us. Oh, he missed those chances, that hurt us. These guys were good today. I'm intrigued by the sort of the difference in the analysis, but I think a lot of it is to do with people's their starting position, as opposed to reviewing what's really going on sometimes. And I always find that really, really intriguing. Is winning a tournament where your team values 5 times the next closest and achieve? Well, Jonathan, he just said that the Conference League isn't really that big of an achievement. So fair play. This here says that when 3 or more players are underperforming, you look at the manager and his tactics, but then you have to see whether he was given the right resources for you to look at the football director and the board. This also applies to Liverpool. Yeah. I just don't go to that default ever of just, well, it must be the manager because the whole team's playing badly. Sometimes 1 or 2 bad performing players can make the whole team look worse. Had Konate played the whole season like he did against United because he was quite good, and had Liverpool's attackers converted 5% more of their chances, they'd probably still be top. So things can change that easily. And I think sometimes it's just very quick and easy to go blame the manager. And I do think content creation plays not everybody, but a part. Because for a lot of content creators, they know that what is cash money is going manager out. Everyone knows it's like such a big thing because it creates such dichotomy as well. So you had all those different types of people. It's a big noise around it. Good afternoon, gents from Alberta, Canada. Go Man United. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate it, bro. Thank you for watching. This here says, I hate when clubs waste players' careers. If Chelsea finish outside the top 6, Palmer should request a transfer. Why did we think João Pedro would be good? He's just Jackson with a better first touch. I will say about João Pedro, no shots in 7 games.
That's crazy.
No shots.
No shots.
Sounds like a United striker, that.
What sort of strike is that?
No shots in 7. Man sounds like he's sounds like he's off the liquor. Do you know what I mean? He's been dry for 7 games, no shots.
You'd think that you would just pop a couple shots from range, like just to get just so you've had some shots, like, do you know what I mean? So this thing don't exist.
That's not good enough. I hooked him out of my dream team last week. Get out, not good enough.
By the way, I need to call out everyone who's in the Football Terrace Fantasy Football League. I haven't updated my team or even logged into it once all season since I picked my team. I'm sitting 13th out of, I don't know, 50 or 60 people, but I'm only about 90 points off top. And you bums are in the GC. I'm changing this. I'm doing this substitution. How can I only be 100 points off top when I've had João Pedro in my team this whole time and I'm still ahead of most of you? Fuck me. The football knowledge is mad bad. I'll tell you that. But in fairness, I did captain Haaland, which has helped. And Reyes in goal, which has helped. So in fairness, those two have been getting me points.